Got you call me by my name. The love you give me, I just can't deny. Yeah. No longer blinded, I can see you. I'm on my way to meet you. We gotta talk,
Please subscribe. Please. Please. I've been a Christian for quite a few years now. I got baptized around 2017, but I actually got saved not long before that. I can't remember exactly when I got saved, but I've pretty much been in church throughout most of my life, in and out of church. But I decided to give my life to God seriously back in 2017. But of course, that came with a lot of things, that came with a lot of changes in my life, and I didn't just automatically become a full on saint. Like, it was a very hard transition for me. I've been through a lot of things happened in my life, and I'm just gonna be telling you 5 things that I eventually stopped doing in order to get closer to God. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I'm not saying that I stopped doing these things out of me being like perfect and saying, "Oh, I stopped these things, so you should be able to stop it too." And it's wrong that you guys are doing this. No, because these are still things that I struggle with at the end of the day. I am a human being, of course, and I'm not perfect. That is why Jesus had to come down and save us at the time that he did. Okay, and that's why we still have to call his name to this day. The first thing that I stopped doing was swearing. Now, swearing is one thing that I used to struggle with so much, and I've spoken about it a few times on my live streams on here. It was just one of those things that I used to do when I was at school. Like, everyone around me was swearing. I never used to do it at home because in this household, like, we just don't swear. We never swear. At the time I was in year 7, this was back in like 2016. A lot of people were swearing. I was never exposed to swearing in primary school. A lot of people were doing that in secondary school, and I just wanted to fit in. And this ties into one of the 4 other things I was talking about. So everywhere else I went, like, I had a dirty mouth, and it's crazy saying this, but like, obviously swearing was just one of those things that I could easily like stop doing because I obviously never did it at home. When lockdown happened, like 2020, that's when I really like got serious with Christ. Like, if there was a time where I genuinely got serious with God and said, you know what, I need to turn my life around, it was definitely 2020 after the pandemic. During that time, because I was at home a lot, I just never used to swear in it. So one of those things that I easily just stopped because in the back of my head, I just knew it wasn't me at the end of the day. And again, this is gonna tie into something else that I'm gonna talk about, and this links with me trying to be friends with everyone, and that was generally something I felt like I really, I don't know. I felt like I was always forcing myself to be friends with everybody, and because this person knew that person, I should be friends with that person and add them on Snap and follow them on Instagram. And I feel like that just kind of put me in a little loophole because, if I'm being honest, guys, it's not that I felt lonely, but I just felt like I had to have a lot of friends. I don't know why. I don't know why I was like this, and it is kind of embarrassing looking back on it. Like, at the end of the day, I don't regret because I've met really nice people along the time that I've known them, and to this day I'm still cool with a lot of them. So it did come with its benefits, but again, it did come with a lot of bad things. Those of you guys that have heard my testimony in the past, I will put it up here or somewhere in the video. But I used to get bullied a lot, guys, and unintentionally even. Like, I didn't even realize I was getting bullied at one point, and it used to be very hard for me in secondary school, which is why I'm able to be the person I am today. Because I genuinely believe if you've been bullied, you come out strong at the end if you realize, like, yo, like, why is this happening to me, type thing. But trying to be friends with everyone nowadays, those days are long gone. Those days are long gone. Like, the age of 20 turning 21, like, what am I begging friends for? Let's be real, bro. Like, I'm just at the point where I can name at least less than 10 people on my fingers that I'll generally hang out with. I'm here to serve the Lord. I'm not here to be up somebody's bum, you know. So that's just me personally. And this links in with doing things to please people. I just like how all of these are linking very well. I was a people pleaser, guys, and those people that have been watching me on my YouTube channel from the beginning, you could probably tell I was a bit of a people pleaser because I did everything that people wanted me to do. Like, I would generally ask people what did they want to see on this channel, and I would do everything, skits to reaction videos to hair videos. And it's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's just that I was trying to make everybody happy. And one thing I've definitely learned on this journey with Christ is that you're not gonna make everyone happy, bro. And it's from the minute you're serving Christ, people are not gonna like you. And just on YouTube in itself, I've said this many times, like you cannot do anything to please anyone on here. That's why you have to do this for you and remember the reason to why you're doing it. And my main purpose is to serve the Lord and spread the gospel. And again, as I just said, a lot of people are not gonna like you for following the Lord and following Jesus. And because I'm doing that on this channel, a lot of people just don't want to hear about that. Mainly, people are just here for the hair videos and they don't want to see what I'm putting out on here because I've obviously changed the majority of my content. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you don't want to see, you don't want to see that. But I'm still going to do what I'm going to do, serving the Lord at the end of the day. If that was me back in, let's say 2018 when I was just starting and I would see the decline in viewership, immediately I would be like, do you know what, guys, I'll bring back the hair videos. And I'm not on that, bro. Like, it's, I have my reasons to why I stopped doing the hair videos, and those that know already. But at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where I'm not here to please people again. Like, as I said, I'm here to serve Christ. I'm not here to make certain people happy because I've given them something that they wanted. If you don't want to see something on my channel and you're gonna put a comment on it, like I couldn't care less. I'm just at the point where I don't care anymore, and I think that's what annoys people because when you just don't care about things and when you're past like certain things where people seeing that you've grown from something, they just aren't happy with that because they just want to see you at your worst just so they can get a reaction out of you. For some reason that pleases some people, don't know why, but only God knows. But yeah, I'm just way beyond the point of trying to please people in person and especially online, bro. If I'm being honest, guys, that's definitely made me stronger as a Christian, even in church. Like, I'm not there to please people, right? I'm not there to sing a song that this one person likes. I'm not there to worship the way that person likes it. No, I'm there to worship Christ. I'm going to church for Christ. I'm not there to meet another person or see someone I ain't seen in a long time. I'm there to serve the Lord. And if people don't like that, they don't like that. But that's just the solid truth. If you don't agree, I'm not really bothered, to be honest. The fourth thing I stopped doing is listening to certain artists in general. Just I stopped listening to secular music as like the main source of music that I listen to, and this is a massive I was gonna say a conversation. This is a massive debate in the Christian community. I generally don't think it should be a debate because for me, yeah, strong emphasis on for me. I feel like the more I have gotten wiser in the faith and realized a lot of things, of course, you're not going to be able to escape secular music. It's everywhere you go, from the supermarkets to when you go into the movies and the cinemas, from the cinemas to when you go to this place and when you go to that place. It's everywhere. At the end of the day, we have the ability to change our playlist, add what we want to add on Spotify. That is in the control of ourselves. If you're at the point where you're continuously listening to somebody like Bruno Mars, who's mainly putting out songs or has songs that are based on like heartbreak. If you're listening to an artist and you notice there's a certain pattern throughout all of those songs, like they're called artists for a reasons. A lot of these songs are poetry, a lot of these songs are stories. If you're listening to something that's based on heartbreak a lot of the time, you're gonna feel like you're heartbroken. You're gonna feel like that for a very long time. Whereas if you're listening to the gospel, you're listening to these gospel artists and you're listening, like a lot of these gospel songs are mainly reciting scriptures in the Bible, and of course, they're talking about experiences that they have been through and how they were able to get through it, and just things like that. You listen to that every day, I'm pretty sure you can understand the difference. All I can say is that when I got rid of certain artists in my playlist and I started listening to a lot more gospel, I genuinely felt like I was close to God. Genuinely felt like I could hear more from God because I just feel like secular music, it's just a lot of noise. It's a lot of different topics, a lot of different things that these guys are going through in their lives, and a majority negativity. Yeah, it's just so much that can rumble up in your head compared to just listening to the gospel of Jesus Christ, bro. I'm telling you, it just gave me so much benefits, made me feel so much more happy and more at peace. Now, the fifth thing that I stopped doing as a Christian is taking matters into my own hands. This can mean many different things, but in my perspective, when I say taking matters into my own hands, I'm talking about dealing with certain situations in my life or just anything that happens, like a situation between me and this person or a family member, instead of me just reacting how I would normally do out of my flesh, I rather just let God be in control of me. Because how many of us actually know that the enemy does actually speak to us? The devil actually does speak to us as well as God. A lot of the times, God will actually tell you, listen, just leave it. Just say okay, move on, and you'll be fine. But it's a lot of times you'll hear that voice and be like, no, don't let her say that to you. Don't let her violate. Let him chat to you like that. But which voice are you gonna listen to? You're gonna listen to the voice that's just telling you to walk away from the situation and be at peace about it, or you're gonna listen to the voice that's telling you, listen, don't have that, bro. As much as people may think that's the smallest thing ever, I'm telling you, bro, that is generally God speaking to you a lot of the times, and sometimes you don't even realize it. What we don't understand is that when we just leave situations, like when we just leave somebody to actually be irritated or whatever, you gotta think you're the one that's at peace. They're not. Would you rather follow the type of energy that they're on, or would you rather just keep your own peace and just continue to have a good day? Furthermore, it's not even them reacting; it's the enemy just using them to try and get to you, because that's how the enemy works, and we don't even realize a lot of times. But that's for another conversation, bro. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. If you enjoy these type of videos and you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like. And if you enjoy these type of videos from me, subscribe also so more people can hear the word of God. And of course, I will catch you guys in the next video. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on another video. Stay safe. God bless you all, and peace.